This realtor just booked a $5 million listing appointment. Another one just connected with a $3 million cash buyer. Using this exact YouTube ad funnel that I'm about to show you, you could make from a single home what most agents wish they could make in an entire year. So stick around because I'm going to break down the entire strategy step by step and give you the full blueprint so you can replicate this exact funnel and results for yourself. So and then I'm going to set up the landing page, the retargeting ad, the calendar booking page, and set it all up in the ads manager with you. So this is going to be literally an entire A to Z tutorial step by step. And at any point, if you do want to learn more about having this entire blueprint set up in your business, go get luxury listings every month, go check below, book a call with me. But otherwise, let's get into the first part. And you might be thinking, what, Noah, why YouTube ads as opposed to Facebook ads, as opposed to Instagram ads? If you want high quality and you want to reach these sophisticated homeowners, people aren't just like scrolling around on social media, right? People, and I speak with very, very wealthy and affluent agents, and a lot of them use YouTube, right? And a lot of these more affluent, sophisticated people are on YouTube to be educated, because YouTube is a platform where people go to learn and to be educated, not just scroll around mindlessly. So you need to find out, okay, where are these people at, and you need to meet them where they're at, not try to force something just because you think it could work, right? You need to see exactly where these people are. And that's exactly how we're getting these multi-million-dollar sellers and buyers coming in from YouTube ads, because you meet them where they are and then you hit them with the right message. And not to mention as well that targeting on YouTube is better than any platform out there. We can target homeowners in the market actively searching to sell their luxury home. And that's what I'm going to show you. I have this entire ChatGPT prompt, and I'm going to go put this in ChatGPT to write the entire script, right? So we're basically prompting it. I'm not going to go through everything A to Z. If you want this as well, feel free to comment down below or DM me on Instagram, and I can send it over to you. But basically the framework of the ad, we have the hook, which is basically we're grabbing their attention the first 3 to 5 seconds of the ad that is immediately relevant to luxury homeowners considering selling. Right now, the body, this is where we deliver extreme value. We want to position basically this as an exclusive high-end luxury home selling guide or a similar premium resource. We want to show basically why everything they've tried before, what most agents do, are just don't work for them. And we want to basically speak to these people specifically. But a big part of it is that the language should be simple yet high end, because again, we're targeting sophisticated people. We need to actually meet the viewer where they're at by hitting their expectations and how they talk. So we need to use that as well. And then social proof will be good. But for these people, they don't have a ton of time for super long video. We want to make this one a little shorter, straight to the point, but as punchy, as concise, as value driven as possible. So what I'm going to do is grab this entire script right here, or this prompt, and I'm going to go into ChatGPT and then actually come up with the ad and give it to you guys. So let's paste this bad boy in and see what it comes out with. A lot of times you do need to re-prompt it as well, so we'll see. Duration about 45 seconds, which is good. I typically go longer if you're going after just normal listings, normal buyers, but this is probably going to do better than that, because it needs to be a little straighter to the point. They don't have as much time. So see, first sentence right here. Well, let's zoom in a little bit. Listing your luxury home like every other property, that's the fastest way to leave 6 figures on the table. This looks like something really, really good here. So this is a great hook, and I'll break it down with you so you can kind of see my thought process. So you can go when you write your own ad as well. Oh, so it just replaced it. Perfect. So let me erase this stuff actually, and then we'll break it down quick. So first of all, the number one thing I'm going to look at right away is the hook. This part here is the most important part. So what we want to do is call out exactly who this is for. So listing your luxury home like every other property. I would change this, make it a bit easier to understand. So hey, are you thinking of selling your luxury home, right? Are you thinking of selling your luxury home? Make sure you avoid selling it like every other property. That's the fastest way to leave 6 figures on the table. That will be a really, really good hook. But you see, ChatGPT is not going to give you everything perfect right away. You need to prompt it. But that's what I would do. Make it a little more direct and straighter to the point. That's solid though. Now body, what I'm looking for here is number 1, luxury seller playbook. That's great. You need to give your unique mechanism a name. We're providing them value up front as well. So if you're new around here, we don't just say, hey, if you're thinking of selling a home, give me a call. We also don't offer the generic home valuations list of homes, because if you try that, none of that works. You just get garbage leads coming in. And on this channel, we hate garbage leads. So if you're new here, welcome, right? But anyway, and then we want to position this as exclusive as well. So a private guide for affluent homeowners. I mean, I sort of like that. That can be a little prestigious to some people, but you can say luxury for affluent homeowners can work well, luxury homeowners who want speed, discretion, and maximum return. So you can see in here, compared to the other ads, this is a little, you can tell that the language is a little more sophisticated, which is awesome because that's what we need, but you can just tell right there. So traditional agents rely, and then going basically bashing the competitors, throwing rocks at the competitors. What does everyone else do, and exactly how is this different? And then what are they going to get from it? Is what we're saying right here. Inside, you'll get the exact strategies top tier agents use to attract qualified luxury buyers before a listing even goes live. That's perfect right there. And then you add some social proof right here, agents using this playbook. And because we are an agent, I would just frame it like and this is the same system we use for Jessica to sell her property for 32% faster over asking price or something along those lines, right? So it for sure can be better, but that gives you a gist of it. I'm not going to break down the exact ads and all that, but this gives you a good idea with that prompt. But ChatGPT is so powerful. This will give you a really good head start on other people who don't use this prompt correctly, right? So now after that, we have the ad, we have a high converting ad, now we have the landing page. Now the landing page is super simple. I'm actually going to go and show you what it looks like. I'm not going to build it from scratch, but this is exactly what it is. In Go Eye Level, this is what I use. This is literally how simple it can be. So you have a headline, hey, thinking of selling a luxury home in Miami. Then you have an image of your guide. So you would add your luxury selling playbook or something like that. You just make an image, hire someone, make it in Canva to go do that. And then you literally just have your form. Then you can have some bullet points underneath here to kind of go over what they're going to get. But you just want to make it as simple as humanly possible, right? So I've seen a lot of people think, oh, with these luxury, if we're going after luxury homeowners, right, and luxury leads, we need to make it look super, super clean. You just need to make it look super, super minimal. They don't really care, what I've found. And that's exactly, this is a very similar landing page to the ones that I use to bring in that $5 million listing appointment, the $1.75 million listing for my clients as well. So you don't need to overthink it. Something super simple like this, but you need a landing page. You can't just send them to your website. If you do that, you're just wasting your money, just straight out, right? So now that we have the landing page done, we have the calendar page. So after this, after they go through, submit their information, we want them to be able to go and book a call with us. So I actually built this entire thing out in another video. But what you can do, you just super simple, book your 15-minute, I would do like luxury strategy session. Let's actually change it because you want to make it seem exclusive. 15-minute luxury strategy session. How to sell for more. This must have been made a while ago. Book your 15-minute luxury strategy session. Learn how to sell your home for more in 2025, right? And then watch this important video. You can have a video under there basically saying, hey, this is Sally with eXp Realty. Thanks so much for downloading our guide. I know you're going to love it because you're going to learn how to sell your home, how to sell a luxury home, and how to do it differently from what most people do, and why a lot of homeowners leave over 6 figures on the table. What I want to do now is basically fast track your path to success by setting you up with everything you need to go sell your home for more in the least amount of time possible and get top dollar for your home, or something along those lines. So maybe you have questions about how do I market my home? What's your strategy behind it? All that stuff. Well, if you want to have a chat with me, check the calendar above, go book a call. I'll be happy to walk you through all this and put together a custom game plan based specifically for your home and your goals, right? Something super, super simple like that. It might not seem simple to you guys, but that is something you see, it's not anything crazy, right? So have a video like that, because you want to get yourself in front of them multiple times. Typically with these luxury listings, it's not going to be, you're not going to speak with them once and they're good to go, right? So the more times we get in front of them, the better. So we need to for sure keep getting in front of them, keep nurturing them, and keep building that trust with them. So now that we have the calendar page out of the way, what I want to do then is create a retargeting ad. Now, if you're not familiar with what retargeting is, it's basically like if you've ever been on a website, you click on, let's say you're shopping for purses or something, right? Not me. I would say if my sister or something shopping for purses, right? So then you go and look, and then all of a sudden you just get hit with purses 24/7. Right, it's because it feels like they're following you around almost. So in that case, you want to do the same exact thing, because again, with these people, if they're selling a $7 million home, right, they're probably not going to go with the first person they see. You need to build a level of trust with them. So you need to keep nurturing them, keep getting in front of them 24/7, and we're going to retarget them. So anytime they see your initial ad, I want to keep hitting them over and over. So if they're watching this ad and they watch the first 5 seconds and they keep watching, like, hey, are you thinking of listing your luxury home? Make sure you avoid this mistake like every other property. That's the fastest way to leave 6 figures on the table. And if they stay beyond that, then you know this person at least is considering selling their home. So that's someone we want to hit, and we're going to keep getting in front of those people 24/7 with the retargeting. So you're going to go use this exact ChatGPT prompt. Basically, it's a very similar thing. But we're basically making it a little shorter, but we're either in this retargeting ad, there's a couple things you can do. You want to either sell the lifestyle. So if you already live a luxury lifestyle, if you drive Ferraris, you have a very nice, you're in a very nice neighborhood, you can just show your lifestyle because that resonates with a lot of people. Selling the lifestyle is probably one of the most important parts of being a luxury agent, but then also social proof. So if you've done it for other people, then of course show, hey, I mean, we sold this home for $150,000 over asking price, and it's like a $6 million home. That's the best way. That's just the no-brainer way to go do it, is show social proof, interview your clients, because if these sellers are thinking of selling and they see someone just like them that you helped and they can resonate with them, that's pretty much you're gonna be ahead of the game by far. Plus the fact that you're running YouTube ads, you're basically on their TV, their phone, computer, tablet. You're literally everywhere now that we have this retargeting as well. But that's the way to do it. I'm not gonna go over the exact ad, but this is basically the prompt here. Again, feel free to comment or DM me on Instagram. I'll send it over to you. Now that we have all that out of the way, now we're getting to the fun part, which is actually going and just setting everything up in the ads manager. So once you're in Google Ads Manager, because that's where YouTube ads are run through, you're gonna click create. We're gonna do a campaign, and we're gonna do a leads campaign. So we're gonna do, where's leads? We're gonna do leads. You're gonna make sure you have your goals in here. So we're gonna do submit lead forms and book appointments. And that's basically to just track who submits a lead form, who books an appointment. Video, because that's on YouTube. Don't touch any of these other ones. It's just gonna waste your money. These are good for retargeting though. I would recommend retargeting with like display, and then you can literally be everywhere, no matter where they go on Google. But video is what we're gonna do for this, for a YouTube ad. So we're gonna create the campaign. So to name it, I would just name it like the area you're targeting. So in this case, we'll say Miami. You want to name it the date just so you can organize it on your end, and then also who you're going after. So luxury homeowners. Conversion goal, book appointments. Basically for budget, I would recommend, if you're going after luxury, minimum $100 a day, right? I mean, you can start with like 50, 70 bucks a day, but I would go 100%, $100 a day, because I mean, if you're looking to get $3 million, $4 million homes, you're taking home $100,000 in GCI per home, right? So if you're thinking, if you're just spending $1,000 a month, that's not realistic at all. So you're gonna need to spend at least 200 bucks a day. So devices, we will go set specific targeting for this. We're going to exclude TV screens. With a retargeting, that's where you want to do TV screens. So just trust me on this. If you choose TV screens, you're going to end up not getting conversion. So the main goal of this initial ad that we went through right here is to get people to go click on the ad and opt in on this landing page for our ebook. And if they click on it on their TV, they're not going to be able to do that on their TV remote. You got to think, right? So that's why we exclude TV screens always for this initial ad. Ad group name, you can name it whatever you want. I usually name it the audience, but you're going to add in your location you're targeting. So we're going to do Miami, and then we're going to do the languages. Put in your language, and then this is a big part right here. Google changed this, but you're going to click let me choose. It's default on all Google channels, and you are going to exclude or uncheck every single one except YouTube in stream. This is the only way we want our ads to be shown. We don't want it to be shown on YouTube Shorts, Discover, Gmail. You're going to be wasting your money on that, so make sure you have those excluded. Now for the audience, what you're going to do is there's a couple different options. So the first thing that we are going to do is go to interest and detailed demographics, and we're going to target homeowners. So this is, if you're not familiar with Google ads or with YouTube ads, this is amazing that you can do this, because on any of these other platforms, Facebook, all this other stuff, you can't target someone who even owns a home in the first place. Whereas on YouTube, you can just go out and target only people who own homes. Now that's not even the best part. What you're going to do is go over to custom segment, and this is basically based off their search activity, downloaded apps, or visited sites. What we're going to do is create a custom segment of what people are searching for. And it's going to be all tailored around luxury homes. So it's going to be how to sell my luxury home, or how to sell a luxury home, something along those lines. And you're basically going to just go, probably the better one is actually luxury homes for sale. So, if they own a home and they're looking up luxury homes for sale, then odds are they're going to be a luxury homeowner, or at least an affluent homeowner as well, right? So this is 100% the way to go, because it's a homeowner and they're looking up luxury homes for sale, all the stuff around luxury properties. You want to give it a name, but that's the best way to do it. You're targeting a homeowner who's in the market to buy a luxury property. But what you can also do is, if you just target more affluent neighborhoods, whereas Miami's higher, is more competitive, much higher price point as it is. So if you just know the specific zip codes that are a lot higher price point, you can just target those specifically as well. But you would go ahead and save that. I'm just going to discard it for this case because it's an example. But then you have your audience. We've already done all the heavy lifting basically. You're going to turn optimized targeting off, and then you're going to go to ad one. Now in this ad, I'm not going to, pretty much it's super straightforward. You're just going to name it whatever the message in the ad is. You're going to uncheck this. You're going to put in a link to your landing page URL. So you would just go grab the URL on this and then put it in there. You're going to add, this is where you just put the link to your YouTube video in there. All you do is add a logo. I just turn both of these off as well. And sorry, I know I'm going quickly through this, but it is honestly pretty straightforward. And then you add a headline. What I would do is just go put in your script, put in this exact script in ChatGPT and say, hey, give me a headline, a long headline, and a description optimized to get the highest conversion rate possible. And it's just going to give it to you, right? Now, for call to action text, I always like doing learn more. Business name, you just put in obviously your business name, and then the only other thing what you want to do is make sure you put in the tracking template. So I have there's basically a UTM tracking template in here where you're going to want to put that in. So then otherwise if you don't, you're not going to know which lead came from which ad. Even though Google tracks it, I've seen 99 times out of 100 they get it wrong. So you need to manually track, and your marketer, whoever's doing this, needs to be manually doing this. And this is something I do for all the clients I work with, is manually track so we can see which lead came from which ad, right? If your marketer or whoever's doing this isn't doing that, then you're just losing, you're potentially leaking hundreds of thousands of dollars, missing out on crazy opportunities because you don't do that, right? And again, if you want me to set any of this up for you, go check the link below, apply to work with me, and we can have a full system set up like this in your business. Have me go out and do it for you, right? I sell implementation, not information, so that's why people work with me. But basically, you're going to go through all that. You're going to do all that. You're going to upload an image. You can do auto generate as well, but then you're just going to go to review and publish the campaign right there. But that's literally everything. It's pretty straightforward. You have the ad, landing page, calendar, retargeting ad, and then set up in the ads manager. And then of course the stuff on the back end, like split testing, different creatives, doing all that stuff. That's stuff that, if you watch my videos, is important. I'm not going to go through all that in this video, but I literally just gave you all that. You can go and copy it, go and do it all yourself, go crush it, go get some luxury listings, come back to me, be like, hey, Noah, I made $200,000 from this home. Maybe if you can even give me a couple G's, that'd be awesome. No, I'm just kidding. You earned it. But yeah, you can go out, literally go copy all this yourself. Again, if you do want me to set it up for you, check the link below, apply to work with me. Other than that, I hope you did get great value from this video. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.